Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be basically building a desktop app using Electron and Vite as well as Varina JavaScript. We'll be building this similar application using Vue and React in the other videos as well, which is going to be part of this whole playlist series. Okay, so let me just give a demo of the functionality wise. We'll be basically having 9 plus 6, whatever. Okay, so we can use the keyboard also, like I'm using plus. Okay, so this is the basic Electron desktop app. I'm not my goal for this video as well as this whole playlist is to just to make you aware about how to go about building desktop apps using Electron and Vite. So we'll be basically trying to do very minimal setup to get us up and running very fast. Okay, so for that we'll be using something called Electron-Vite. Okay, it is a lot of basically good stuff inside it, but I'll be just going with a starter template so that we can go very fast with building the Electron apps, sorry, desktop apps using Electron instead of configuring a lot of stuff. Okay, so you'll be using something called scaffolding your first Electron-Vite project. I'll be using the npm one. You can use whichever one if you would like. So let me come back here. I'll be writing calculator.js, vanilla, no TypeScript, no Electron updater plugin, no calculator.js and PMI. This is how it's quick and easy to start. Okay, so first of all I'll be removing some of the things which we don't need. Okay, it has a lot of already stuff inside it. Let me remove this. Okay, I don't need any style of it. I'll be using this style. I would not be focusing much on styles. I'll be keeping it very minimal. So I've just copy pasted whatever I already written it. Okay, then let me come to main.js also. Not main.js, it should be render.js. Let me remove everything here also. Will not be using anything else. And this should be it, I guess. Okay, so honestly speaking, I'll not be exploring a lot about Electron. Okay, because to build a desktop, what should I say, to build a calculator app, you don't need to do a lot of Electron stuff. Basically where Electron shines, I'll not be able to focus on much on this video. Okay, let me know in the comments if you'd like me to go more into Electron side of things. But anyway, for our sake, we'll be just exploring the main.js. Okay, so I'll not be touching a lot of stuff here. Okay, just to let you know how easy it is to start. Okay, that's the main focus of this video. So whenever we create a desktop app using Electron, we have the browser windows. Okay, so we can basically decide the size of the browser window using something called this browser window here, width and height. Okay, and so by default I'll be giving it a width of 350. Okay, and height of 670. I'm assuming you're understanding. It's basically this kind of window. If you see the VS Code window, so I'm just giving it a width of 350 and height of 410, and I'm making resizable as false. Resize means like what we can do with VS Code, basically. Okay, so I'm gonna make resizable as false. This is gonna not allow us to resize the window as well as to basically disable the minimize window also. This functionality, okay, which you can do. Maximize, basically don't want to maximize also. This is it. Honestly speaking, I'm not going to touch anything here. Okay, this video is not for focusing completely on Electron. It's just to make you aware about how you can quickly get started with it. Okay, so this is it, and I'm closing that. Okay, now we can come to index.html side. Before that, let me come to style.css. Okay, here I've just given basic padding margin, removed basic. I've done basics default of styles, reset styles basically. I've given height and width at 100%. I've created a container class as well as I've created one result container class, and the result container class will have result class as well as I have rows for the calculator, each row. Okay, and each button I've given some stylings, and result container is this container which will have this result div, and container is the whole container. Okay, That's it. Some basic stuff you can explore later on after, because anyway I'll be checking this code in to GitHub, so you can check it out the styles as well if you'd like to explore it. But these are the basic styles. I think we can start with the stuff which I think we should be focusing on, I guess. But before that, let me close this and let me run it also. See, as you can come here, you can see the package.json. We have the dev command which we can use to run it. As you can see, there's nothing here. Let me come here and write something. You can do extra stuff configuration, so you don't need to restart it. I'm just keeping it bare minimum here. Okay. Anyway, so hello world is here coming up. Okay, as you can see. So now what we can do is like we can start writing our basic index.html styles stuff. Okay. So let me come here and write start. I think before that I'll just make this div style here only, and I'll be using module. Okay, doesn't matter much. I'm just keeping module for my. Okay, and then we'll be writing some div. Okay, this is going to have the class of container. Like I told you previously, it's going to basically the main container. Okay, then we'll be having some other containers inside of it. One will be the result container class. Okay, which will have a span inside it. Okay, which will also have again a result class. Then we'll be having div class equal to row. I'll be having a couple of rows. Okay, I think it will be 4 rows, I guess. 1 2 3 4. Okay, and each row will have a couple of buttons inside them. So button. Okay, and I'll be using something called data value, basically a data set attributes if you are aware about it. Okay, so that we can basically use those data values to identify which button has been clicked and identify the value from whatever basically value that button signifies, and use that value for the computation in the calculator. Okay, so for I'll be using C here. I'll be changing the values similarly. This will be percentage. This will be pack space. I'll be using HTML entity here. Okay, instead of using any other, instead of just importing a library for this, I'll just use HTML entity. You can do some other stuff also if you'd like. Hash x 0 to 1 d0. Okay, and backspace is there, done. Then I need slash. You can copy all of this stuff, come here. Then what I need is like 7 8, this needs to be what, 9 into multiply, then copy this, paste 4 5 6 plus 1 2 3 minus 1 2 3 minus. I think I missed out one more row. I think I'll require it. I'll just add that also. This being the exponent operator. Okay, zero dot equal. Let us see what we have till now. I can do Control R to reload it. Okay, as you can see, we got our layout. Okay, so oh yeah, by the way, we don't need to restart it here. We can just come here and do the Control R also. Okay, it's gonna basically reload it. Okay, so this is it, and let us now go to functionality side of things. Let me come to render.js. This is gonna contain all of our logic. Okay, so first of all, we'll be having let expression equal to empty, and we'll be uh, creating an array which is going to contain whatever allowed values will be there, because we'll be supporting keyboard also. So for that, we don't want we don't want to register all the keystrokes. Okay, we'll just be focusing on numbers as well as some of the operators which you would like to observe, like enter, backspace, delete. Okay, C, it's not C, basically dot. You understand my point, no? So, and obviously numbers also. So I'll be just adding those operators which you'll be checking out from the keyboard. This is going to be only used for the keyboard ones. Okay, let me write in one line, then I'll just do save. After 9, I'll be writing what? Plus minus here. Plus minus, not this, I guess. Plus minus equal, yeah. Equal dot C enter backspace. Basically, these are the key codes of whatever things we can type on the keyboard. Okay, and I'll be observing them. If they match with these allowed values, and the key, basically the key codes match with this whatever we are checking for observing, then we are going to perform the operation. Otherwise, we are not going to perform any kind of operation if any random string thing has been typed on from your keyboard. Okay, let us now focus on, let me first one verify 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 plus minus divide into multiply basically, and then equal dot C enter backspace delete. Okay, cool. Now we can just focus on let container equal to document dot get, not get, query selector. Sorry about that. Container, and then it should be what? Result. Result element. Now what I'm gonna do is, like, I'm gonna be listening on the container, add event listener, click for any kind of click event. Okay, then I'll be getting the event. From the event, what I'll do is, like, I'll be checking whether does it have any kind of value. Okay, which I'll be getting from e dot target dot dataset dot value. If you're not, just let me clarify if you're not sure about dataset things. In the index.html we have put value. Okay, so that's why we're taking it value from datasets. Okay, and one more important thing is, like, since we are listening for events, let me show you, it's better. Whenever I type something here 8, okay, I need to reload it. That's the problem here. Okay, when I type 8, it coming up. Okay, now if I click on somewhere here edge, it's coming undefined. So you can understand basically what's happening. I'm trying to listen for all the click events on this container. so it can register this stuff which is not necessary for us also, like these edge cases and all the stuff. So to prevent that, I'm doing this. I'm first getting the value and I'm checking whether if the value exists, only then I'll perform my logic, okay, which is nothing but calculate expression. I'll send the value. This is the main logic where our most of our logic will be here only in this calculate expression function. So let me write calculate expression function value. Okay, now I'll be checking whether if the value equals C, then I'll just clear the expression. Okay, and if the value equal what equal, or the value is equal enter, the enter is going to come from the keyboard. Okay, I'm just writing it now itself. We'll be hooking that also up. Like whenever it's equal or whenever it's enter, we are going to basically eval it. Okay, there's a problem. I'll be using eval function here, okay, to make it simple. Anyway, I'm not planning for it to be production ready. Okay, this main application for development purpose only. So that's why I'll be using eval, okay, to keep things simple instead of using regex, etc. and all. Okay. And I'm just going to eval the expression. I'm going to assign back to expression. And if the value is what delete, basically we have typed delete from our keyboard, or if the value is what backspace, then I'm just going to remove the last character from this expression. Okay, substring what 0 expression dot what length -1. I'm just removing the last character from the whole expression. That's okay. And if nothing matches here, then basically we are having an operator or maybe number, so we would just need to add that to the expression, like suppose 1 plus 2 whatever, got a point, no? So that's what we'll be doing, expression equal to expression plus value. That's it, just add it. Okay, and when everything has been computed, we'll just take the result element dot text content equal to expression. That's it. Okay, this was for the whole, what should I say here. Now let us come back here. I'll just show you one issue we're facing now. Reload. I think we should face, let me check, 8 plus 6. As you can see, refuse to evaluate a string as JavaScript because the unsafe eval is not an allowed. This basically we are having issue with the content security policy. Again, this is not for production, so that's why I'll be just doing this, allowing it the unsafe eval also. Okay, I think it was somewhere here on the script src self unsafe -eval. Cool. Let's see whether it works or not now. Reload. You can ignore this. Okay, 9 plus 6 equal 5, 15, 6 equal. But yeah, now if you try to type from keyboard, nothing's happening because obviously we have not done anything for that. So let us come back to the code and let us do that. Okay, so for that it's very simple. We are going to do window.add event listener key down. By the way, it should be key down. Okay, key press I think has been deprecated, I guess, or what. Anyway, I'm using key down, and there were some issues also which I was facing using key press. Anyway, so key down, I'll be having the event same thing, we'll be taking it from key, it's important. Okay, and we'll be first checking whether it's an enter or not, because we don't want it to do any kind of submissions, etc. Okay, which happens if in the case of enter. So I'll be not doing it. Okay, I'll be just preventing default. We could do some extra edge case scenario, we can handle some other edge case scenario also, but I want to keep it simple. Okay, so anyway, allowed values, like I told previously, we are going to be allowed values here. Okay, dot includes. If the allowed values includes, basically whatever you type from the keyboard, does it match from the allowed values or not? If it matches, then only will be allowing. Then only will be calling this calculate expression function. Okay. Cool. Now let's see whether it works or not. If everything works fine. Reload. 9 plus I'm typing from keyboard 8 5 enter 14 into multiply basically 14 456 backspace delete. Okay, again I'm typing delete. Then what, I can again type some stuff. You can come here also and type it. You can clear here also. I can clear everything from here, see. Okay, this was it, I think. Oh yeah, one more thing, I'll just change the name also, I guess. Electron, better, calculator vanilla. Okay. So anyway, it's working fine, I guess, with all this clear and everything. So now what we can do is like we can basically do a production build of it. Okay. So for that, what we can do is like, let me come here. Internally it's using Electron builder, but again, everything has been configured for us using Electron-Vite. So we can just do build.win for us to start it. I can come here and say npm run build:win. Okay, I need to come to bash. I don't know why. Sometimes npm run. Okay, sorry, I understood what's the issue. So it's gonna build it, and let me come back when it's done. It's gonna take some time. Okay, it's done now. As you can see, the build has been output, and we can see a dist here. Let me open it using File Explorer. You can check out other stuff also which it has basically given. I'll be just be using setup here to execute it, and it starts installing. And it has opened. This is our calculator vanilla. To be very sure it's working fine, let me just first do 9 plus 6 equal to 15. It's working fine. Let me close it. Let me go to add or remove a program. Come here, type what, calculator. As you can see, we have the calculator.js. Okay, basically it has been installed in our system. That's what it's trying to say. And if you would like, you can check from here also. It's coming. Okay, so this is it for this whole video. And if you'd like to check this whole example using basically whatever we have built till now using Vue or React, you can check out the other videos in this whole series. Okay, and I think that's it for this video, and hope to see you in other videos as well. Bye.